So hello guys, welcome. This is a cargo control room in a chemical tanker. Here I'll be showing you all the items and equipments which are there in CCR except for these two, Framo panel and lubricator, because both of these cannot be explained in this single video. So for Framo panel I have already made a video, and for lubricator I'll make a video later. Let's start. So this over here is a cargo control panel, and that over there which you see is a Framo panel. That's for Framo pump. So if on your ships, normally on chemical and oil tanker you will have Framo pumps, so for that there is a Framo panel. That over there is a lubricator, which normally you also look like, and this is normal. It's a normal computer for printouts and something else. That's a standalone computer. So this is how your CCR looks like. There is another standalone computers for crew, for their ISF and all. So this is all about it. That's how your a normal CCR would look like. Sometime you might have a partition in the CCR, sometime you might have another ship's office, but this is a combined room. So this over here is the gas detectors. So normally these gas detectors are kept in CCR only. So those were the gas detectors. So now I will explain you about this cargo control panel. So example, I will take this one particular panel. For example, this 10 port. The top part of it is showing level. That means ullage. So 12.253, that's the ullage of that tank. As you can see, 12.253. And now as you can see in bottom, we have written 12.253. That means this tank is empty. So that is it. Now this is the temperature. As you can see, upper 28 degree, lower 27 degrees. So this is in degrees Celsius. So normally on all ships, you will find this in degrees Celsius. And so below here is a pressure tab where you are seeing is minus 0.5. That means the tank is in vacuum. And if you do not see the minus sign, that means the tank is having positive pressure. For positive pressure, you won't see a plus symbol. Yes, but for a negative pressure, you would see minus sign. So that is for pressure. And as you see over here, that's written in kPa, kilopascal. So below the pressure tab, here you have high level and overfill alarm, but remember this is independent high level and overfill alarm. That means these values for high level and overfill alarm, they cannot be changed. So if a tank fills up to 95%, you will have this alarm. If a tank fills up to 98%, you will have this overfill alarm. So these value cannot be changed. So below here now you have high pressure, low pressure, high temperature, low temperature, and then again high level and low level. These all high pressure, temperature and level, these all values can be changed, and only the high level and overfill values, they cannot be changed. They are fixed values. So just to make you more familiarized with the cargo panels, I will show you another panel also. So here we can see in 9 starboard cargo tank, here we can see the ullage is 3.040. That means there is cargo inside the tank. As we have seen in the case of 10 port where the ullage was 12.25, that means that tank was almost empty or near to empty. But now here you can see the ullage is a little bit changing over here and there, because as our cargo is liquid, so if the cargo changes, if the cargo moves ups and down, so of course our ullages will change. So that's why the ullage is changing. Now here you can see the pressure over here is 0.1 kPa. That means the tank is in positive pressure. If there is no sign of minus, like as we have seen earlier there was minus, now here there is no sign of minus. That means the tank is in positive pressure. This pretty much sums up your cargo panel. So rest all we'll go much more in deep in our next video when we will talk about loading and discharging. So this is the cargo panel which I was telling. For each cargo tank you will have single cargo panels over here, and this is what we monitor in our cargo operations. So now we'll see other items inside CCR. So this is ODME, this is N2 generator panel, which we monitor when we use nitrogen. So this over here is a Framo panel for which I have already made a separate video. You can watch that. So next we will see VHF, which is there in all CCRs, and sometimes it is used as primary means of communication and sometimes used as secondary means of communication with the terminal. So one important thing about VHF is that it is to be kept at low watt or 1 watt as we say before starting the cargo operations. So now I will show you how to put a VHF on low watt. So here on VHF screen you can see near the output beside it it's written 25 watt. So now it is on high power. So to make it on low power, there is a button 25/1 watt. We'll press this and now you can see beside output it is on 1 watt. So this is what we have to do in cargo operation, make sure it is at 1 watt. So the next important equipment which is there in a cargo control room on each tanker ship is wind indicator. So this is an analog one where you can see the left side of the screen is showing the direction of wind, and on the right side of the screen it is showing speed of the wind. So next I will show you ship show safety checklist. Why, what does this say about VHF and why we require anemometer in CCR. So guys, you can see this is it is got 6th edition ship show safety checklist. So all your company checklist will be similar to this checklist. This is the latest edition. Here you can see that point number 22, very high frequency and ultra high frequency transceiver are set to low power mode. So basically all GMDSS equipment will be switched off except for SATC, and VHF AIS will be set to low power. So because of this we are setting VHF to low power. And then here in also this checklist you can see this maximum wind current and sea swell criteria. So here we would write in ship show safety checklist we would write at what wind speed we will stop the cargo operation, at what wind speed we will disconnect those hoses, and at what wind speed we will unberth. So normally between wind force 6 we will stop the cargo operation, at 7 we disconnect, and at the 7 at same time we unberth also. So normally, but it depends upon your company to company, you can refer to your company manual at what wind speed they tell you to unberth, disconnect and stop cargo transfer operation. So that's why we have anemometer inside CCR. So guys, with this we'll finish our CCR familiarization part 1, where I've shown you items, equipments which are there in your CCR. So if you go on any ship you will find these items. It might just happen that you might have a higher version or advanced version or from a different maker or different model will be there, but the following items will be there in your CCR. So in the next part of CCR familiarization I will show you various CCRs where the loading and discharging valves are operated from CCR. So those are little bit higher or advanced version. So those things we'll see in CCR part 2.